Would you look at what we got going on in Hard Rock, folks?
Where's the U? Man, the U is tradition. The U is family. The U is brotherhood. The U is hard work.
I'm hurt, dog. Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no. What he said down there, and we not doing it. I put my heart in this, dog. Let's go, man.
Xavier Restrepo with the Miami touchdown.
And it is touchdown. Andre Johnson was all by himself. Throws intercepted, and that's going to be returned by Sean Taylor for a Miami touchdown.
We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
We want to execute better. We want to play winning football. To play winning football, you've got to practice winning football.
Big time players step up in big games.
Hey, everybody doing today? This Category 6 podcast. Your host, Big Homie, and I'm here with none other than a man need an intro. Do we need an introduction? The legendary Uncle Luke. How you doing today, Luke?
Man, I'm doing good. How you feeling, big homie?
Hey, man, I can't complain. Blessed and highly favored, man. Blessed and highly favored.
That's what it's all about.
Hey, no doubt. Hey, quick question. About everything going on in the hurricane world. Quick, what's your outlook right now? Like right now, today, before we even start, what's your outlook?
Optimistic. I mean, I'm a realist. Unfortunately, we're hurricane football. We under 500. We won a game under 500. We lost our bowl game. But again, a lot of guys didn't play. I didn't think we should have ran Fletcher in that bowl game. We should have ran some of the guys who was going to be ran off. I look at Cam Ward. I'm excited about Cam Ward, but I cannot get too excited because he lost 7 games out of 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
The first 4 games after they got the book on him, then he lost a lot of games. He took a lot of sacks. But then again, that could have been probably based on the O-line. I haven't looked at enough of their games to find out what was going on. I noticed when he got sacked a lot, they lost. Sometimes it was 5 sacks and 4 sacks.
Yeah, it would get crazy.
That to me is holding the football too long. So I'm optimistic. I'm excited like everybody else. I want to see this thing happen, and I'm just hoping that the coaches, hoping that we get what everybody thinking that we should be getting.
I think 12 in the Mario Cristobal situation. I think 12 wins. He a great coach. Did great coaching. 11 wins. He did good coaching. 10 wins with this schedule. Anything under 10, it may be. You got to question it. That's when you got to start questioning it. Because the first year, you got a lot of players hurt. I give you the excuse, and it was your first year. Last year, they wanted to blame TVD. Blah blah blah. I ain't going for that though. But anyway, this year. Ain't no more. This is the 3rd year. You got everything in. You didn't hit the portal hard. You got plenty of players coming back. You got all kind of ACC players coming back. Freshman All-American. So, for me, it's 12-0. He shouldn't be losing no game.
Yeah, I agree. This type of schedule here, Florida State don't have a 3-year starting quarterback that they had, a 2 or 3 year starting quarterback that they had before. Louisville scared to death of Miami. Just having a conversation with Braun when he came to my office, he couldn't figure out how they beat Miami last year. So I'm pretty sure he scared as hell this year. And then you got that
1.5 favorite right now, Louisville right now.
Let me tell you, that's gonna be a hell of a game. That's gonna be. To me, that's going to be a real football game because Louisville got real good coaching, and I think last year they outcoached us, to a large degree. They didn't have out-talent us, they out-coached us. And so to me, I think we're gonna get back at them. We're gonna get back at Georgia Tech. You know, I look at last year, like 4 games we kind of gave away. We should have we should have won 4 games last. There's no reason in the world we shouldn't have.
We should at least had 10, at least 9, 10.
We should have had at least 9.
Should have been way ahead of the curve. Way ahead of the curve.
Exactly. So I kind of look at it like you, just like you say, you got a whole bunch of guys coming back. You got some All-Americans coming back. You hit the portal hard. You got, running back. You got quarterback. You got DNs. You got cornerbacks. You got some new coaches. Some guys left. Some guys came. And the main thing is you got the quarterback that you wanted, that everybody wanted, not just Miami, but everybody wanted.
Even the NFL wanted them. Still got them.
Yeah.
Even and then he been working out a lot with Shador. He been working. He put in a lot of work. That's what I can say about Cam Ward. He put a lot of work. TVD, I ain't see the same. The connection with the receivers out there training. You can really see. I don't even think he got social media. I ain't never seen TVD on social media. And then
that was one of the things I was always concerned about him. The interaction between quarterback and the players. The quarterback, is always the leader of the team. You know what I'm saying? And he never really took control in that leadership department because it almost looked like as if, he was scared of the guys. He didn't want to be a part of the guys, and he never took on that leadership role. But thank God he's gone. I'm pretty sure in Wisconsin where everybody looked like him, it's a bunch of white people on his football team. So I'm pretty sure he'll take on some leadership role in that department there.
So you don't think he was a culture fit?
No, I don't think that it is. I don't think it was a culture fit. I think he was, him and his mom and them flying the Trump flags outside in the parking lot at the tailgate where they had no reason in the world to be flying them, but they let you know what they were really all about. And, the fruit don't fall too far from the tree.
Hey, my next question. Okay, we go in the season. We got all this firepower on offense. What you think about Shannon Dawson? What you think?
Again, that's why, when I say optimistic, I look at it all. Optimistic being we need to do a better job in game coaching. Coach didn't do an excellent job in Oregon. That followed him here in Miami. So optimistic in that department. Optimistic in Shannon Dawson. Again, we look like world beaters against Boston College and A&M. And Texas A&M. The offense was jazzy. We did some good things. I thought the rotation of the running backs and the receivers, no, we did rotate good at running back. That's how we ended up finding Fletcher because he wasn't originally a starter at the beginning. But the play calling, coming out of the bye, when you come out the bye and that's what you give us, normally you go into the bye week and you make some adjustments. That you're getting ready to go into the next 4 or 5 stretch.
When I was at that game,
change and self-evaluate. Yeah, I just ain't see that from him. I'm not
at that game, and I'm sitting in the stands. It looked like he was trying to be vanilla because they play North Carolina the next week, and it looked like it backfired. The second quarter, they was booing this man. He was just running Chaney and Allen up the middle the whole and then when he threw the ball, it was intercept. It was no creativity. So
you're right, and I don't believe in that vanilla shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to do vanilla, against a slapdick, and then before you know it, here we go. You want to show the shit. No, run your shit. That's why most teams run their shit. They'll hold some wrinkles to the side that they've been working on all year, but you got to run your offense because, again, that is your new coordinator. You got a quarterback that needs to, he needs to, get comfortable at that position. I hope he don't do that this year because if he does that this year, again, it's going to look the same way.
It'll look the same way, and he'll be fired. It ain't no coming back. It ain't no coming back. So, out of all the coaches, who your favorite position?
I got my cup, man, for you, big homie. I got my cup.
Hey, who your favorite position coach on the
got
team?
the fucking receipt on here. I didn't even notice that. You got to get you a fucking cup.
Hey,
Last time I saw your show, you had this blue.
Cup, man.
You look like you wanted to be with Florida Gators. You had a blue cup. I made complaints. I called a complaint line and was like, "This motherfucker got a Florida Gator cup. Really? Is that what we're doing?" Then they said, well, "You need to come on the show." I said, "Okay, I'll come on the show. I'm gonna have my motherfucking cup." Don't pull out no cup drinking no water with no blue Gator.
Man, he said had a blue Gator head. No, that was the other guy. That's why he gone.
Oh shit! Both of y'all had. You had a blue cup and he had an orange one.
Oh Lord, this bad here. Hey, but anyway, who your favorite position coach on the team?
My favorite position coach on the team. I got to go with the DC DB coach. All right, that's my guy. Lance is my guy. I fuck with Lance. You know, me and Lance, we good friends, cool people. Lance Lance like us. Lance gonna get at it. Yeah. Lance gonna make his guys get at it. At the same time, everybody else, Mirabal gonna do his thing at O-line because, it's him and the head coach. The linebacker coach, I don't know too much about him, from what I talked to some of the guys at Louisville.
Doing good so far. He's doing good so far. I like what I seen last shot, the linebackers.
Right. So, I think a large part of me saying how much I like coaches is how they develop personnel, because I think a large knock on us is we have not been able to develop. We'll get guys for 2 years and we'll put them in the portal and we're not developing like we should. So I'm looking at him.
That's where my shirt come in at. Come pick your kids up.
Come pick your kids up. That was 2 years ago. Goddamn you! I'm pretty sure you sold. Did you sell to some of the parents who picked their kids up?
Not yet.
On their way out.
I ain't even gonna sell it to them. Just leave it on their windshield when they come.
Damn. Have
it for free.
That's hardcore.
Hey, but I'm surprised you ain't say Kevin Beard right there, man. Kevin Beard group, 2 all ACC players.
I got faith in Kevin Beard. Again, I told Kevin Beard myself. I told him straight up, I need to see his rotation a lot better. And now he has some receivers that he had, and Bobby and Ray. He had them for a couple of years now. What the fuck you gonna do? You develop them guys how you did not develop them the guys. And those are 2 guys that every other college in the country, including Georgia, Louisville, and every fucking college want them 2 guys. But them 2 guys is staying put at Miami, and we're gonna see whether Kevin Beard did a hell of a job in developing those 2 dudes there, because we know they're football players. They got dog in them. So now it becomes what we're gonna do and how they're gonna get on the field.
Hey, like I always tell you, I think Kevin Beard, he favored them Lauderdale boys. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it right here. He favored them Lauderdale boys.
You say that all the time. We're gonna find out this year because he got 2 Dade County dudes. Hey, look here. No disrespect to the young man coming from Chaminade. I think he got to get his feet up under him. He ain't no different than any other freshman. It's going to take him a year or 2 to understand how fast the game is. Again, no disrespect from the school they coming from, but he still got to see how fast the game is and like these other ones learn, on the job training. So if he do what I think he going to do, then his shit might be on the door too.
Oh,
come get your coach. You got a shirt?
What that?
You got to get a shirt. Say, come get your coach.
Say coach. It don't matter. It can get created overnight.
Hey, come get your coach and take him back to the park.
Man, they go back to the park. Hey, but I was also thinking. Now you got Mark Fletcher coming back. They say he gonna play. Say he ready. He gonna start fall camp. And you already got Martinez from Oregon State, stud running back. How you feel about that duo at running back? Do you think Chris Johnson can squeeze in there, or do you think it's just going to be Fletcher Martinez?
Listen, man, I'm a big Chris Johnson fan. I'm a Fletcher, Chris Johnson fan. Again, no disrespect to Martinez. I don't know enough about him. I know he played over there in the pass league with little linemen and little everything and shit like that. He's going to get baptized. We're going to find out what he really all about, when he go up in that swamp, because, them Florida boys just going to be coming, and they ain't going to be coming with, everybody going to be coming with bad intentions. So I'm looking at him to see whether or not he rise to the occasion of this Southern football, because Southern football is different. But again, my guy is always going to be the first guy. If he's healthy, it's going to be Fletcher. That's my guy. My dark horse is Chris Johnson. I think when he get an opportunity, it's going to be hard to put him on the bench and not put him in the rotation.
Yeah, most definitely. He way too fast. Now, we still got a problem with the O-line. We still don't know who the left guard is. This going to be a crazy battle fall count. I don't know if it's going to be Pancake. It's going to be McCoy. I don't know if they're going to slide Francis in to guard and put Bell on there. They've been saying so many things, but I just think Pancake, he got to tighten up. I think it should be him. It's his spot to lose.
Let me tell you again.
Funny. Again.
Yeah, it goes to development. I mean, this kid came in, highly recruited kid, big upside. Did he get developed? This should be Pancake year starting. I don't believe in moving people who were successful at a position last year, now moving them at another position. I believe, okay, if you got an opening over there, what did Mirabal have? 15 fucking O-linemen?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, 15 O-linemen. You gotta be able to find somebody out of the 10, because 5 of them are, out of 11, because 4 of them already slotted to be starters. You got 11 dudes, and he out of his mouth, he said, I don't recruit position guys. I recruit everybody to play all the positions. Yeah. So out of his mouth, if you recruit it that way, then it should be no reason why you can't find 1 out of the 11 to play that goddamn that position that's open.
Bingo. I was thinking the same thing. I thought it was McCoy's spot, but when we played Rutgers, he was splitting snaps with Lou Cristobal. So is Lou Cristobal in the battle?
Lou Cristobal might be the guy.
Hey, he was the guy a lot of series of Rutgers game.
Listen, man, people talk shit about Lou Cristobal. I like Lou Cristobal.
Yeah, me too.
He got in the game. He ain't pissed down his pants.
Yeah.
The kid is in a tough situation. His uncle is the head coach. You know what I'm saying? He got that crystal ball on his back. And, he's out there. He took the long route to try and make the team, and he stayed the course. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, if Lou Cristobal is the guy out there, I'm goddamn it with Lou Cristobal. However, I'm just depending on the coaches to make the right decision.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We can go with that. I feel the same way. If they put him out there, if he don't perform, gonna be on their ass. You already know. It'll be worse than just a regular Jimmy and Joe out there. Yeah. Bingo. So we got to commit Amari Wallace from Central. Breaking news, he broke his leg. I'm trying, because I know you're a Dade County coach. I'm trying to figure out how is they doing a scrimmage with, I think it was Miramar. What going on right there? What transpired? Did you hear? I know you didn't heard about it.
Well, I mean, you got ghetto news. So, the hood news say they had a scrimmage, but it wasn't really a full padded scrimmage, and then if you listen to, the fake news network, they had shells on, which I don't think they did that. To be honest with you, a lot of guys do that. They used to do it back in the days where they'll go to another school and get some work. Hey, look, man, y'all want to get some work, but you normally do like 1-on-1s, 7-on-7 at the most. I've never really heard of 11-on-11, but sometimes people, can script their practice like that. 11-on-11 touch football. But, it's unfortunate that the kid got hurt. I just feel bad for him because he already committed to Miami. I'm pretty sure he cut his NIL deal with Miami before committing, because those guys that are high-profile guys, right, like that, they already kind of get a ballpark figure of what is going to be given to them. So I'm pretty sure he had a large upside in being able to take care of his family as well as himself. And now all that's out the door. That is a sad thing. I feel bad for the head coach over there because, again, these type of things happen with these type of violations, and then this shit is all in Sports Illustrated and all on your show right now. This is magnified by 1,000. So you got 2 districts involved, and then you got this kid and his parents, and somebody going, when you got an unsanctioned game like that, the insurance may not cover. So you get the lawyers involved. Somebody got to pay his medical bills.
Yeah.
And that's where the kid may not want to sue, but is forced to, because now he got astronomical medical bills. And so you never know how this shit gonna unfold, man. I just feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for Central. I feel bad for Miramar, and the whole shit, because the outcome is it's not gonna be really good.
Yeah, most definitely ain't gonna. But I heard he came to the barbecue yesterday. They gave him a standing ovation when he walked up. So that was good. That was good.
Who that?
The Wallace kid, the one that broke his
okay,
leg.
that's good. Yeah, man. Good. One thing about it, we go hard like a motherfucker in our community of football. But one thing about it, we know all the kids. All the kids grew up through the parks. Yeah. We might fight like hell, and don't like each other on the football field. But at the end of the day, we care about the kids. I mean, me and Jude, it ain't like me and him the best of friends. I don't know what happened. We don't really.
Man, Jude say you were dissing him, man. Jude say you were dissing him, man. What's up with that, man? Let's talk about it.
I never dissed Jude.
He say you were throwing. Well,
I like Jude.
Throwing slick shots on Twitter. That's how he feel.
I like Jude. He winning championships. As long as you winning, Jude. I like Jude. Okay. Jude is not my rival. He got to worry about Northwestern.
Yeah.
Your screen in the back moved.
It'll be all right. Let's keep going.
Yeah, Jude is a good guy. I like Jude. Jude coached under me when we were at Miami Norland together. He was my DB coach. I like him. I like all my head coaches around here in Miami. We all pull for each other.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. So, another thing with the team, I'm looking at, we getting all these recruits in. You bringing in a new DB coach with Guidry. You bringing in all these portal players. Now, my question to you is this. Now, you bring in all that. How much pressure is Cristobal under?
Oh, he under a lot of pressure. You got guys.
On a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10, if I had to turn the fire up on him, on the oven, it's about at an 8. It's at an 8. I think it's hot. I think maybe the Cristobal fans, if you listen to the spaces, they don't think so. But when you go into the back rooms, you know what I'm saying? When you go into, the former players, the boosters, the people who putting the money up, they put a lot of money out in the last few years.
Yeah.
They got a heavy investment in the last few years, and everybody want to see some great results. Anything under ACC championship is going to get hotter. The kitchen going to get hotter. So,
okay, if he come up short this year, how you think off season next year look?
I think if he comes up short this year, I don't know what the schedule looked like. He couldn't do a 7-5 the following year. If he come up short this year, he would definitely have to win the ACC championship to keep his job next year. No question about it. I mean, Sharks, let me tell you something. The Sharks are in the water right now. I mean, I talked to so many coaches. I was talking to a former head coach last night on the phone. Yeah. His his girlfriend was having a party and they were at the beach house and shit. And he was like, man, Mario need to let me come down there and run that offense. I'm like, huh? You want to do that? That would be a hell of a fucking thing there. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, is the sauce talking or what? Because I talk to a lot of these dudes, man. They be my friends, whether they were head coaches, they ain't coaching no more and all that. I'm like, shit. I don't know. If this guy fuck up, you might be here. So it will be hot. It would be hot. It would be hot. Because what people don't realize, when you're getting $8 million a year and you got a $20 million staff budget on top of the $8 million, you made changes. When you start making changes, you made changes in two coordinators. Two coordinators ain't there. You got new coordinators. Then when you do new coordinators, then people start looking at the head coach. Then you're the fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you fire a coordinator, then it becomes now we're looking at you. And so that's why the shit will get really, really hot. It would be like, okay, you hired these motherfuckers. Now you get ready to go on the third coordinator?
Yeah, crazy work.
That's not. Hey, that's how they. When you look at college football, when a guy get booked, 9 times out of 10, somebody he'll get rid of the coordinator, and then a coordinator, whether offensive coordinator or defense coordinator, maybe one, whoever's not putting up the right numbers, and then after he's not successful, after he got rid of them coordinators, then that's when they look at the head coach. You're the head motherfucker in charge. You're hiring these guys, I don't see Mario being able to go to 3 coordinators and keep a job. That'd be like the third coordinator.
Unless only way is Shannon Dawson go crazy this year and he get a head coaching job or something like that. But it won't be
in that case. Yeah,
in that case, that's the only way. But
because it could be easy. It could be easily like when Rick did good. Rick went to the ACC championship. Everybody was trying to credit Manny Diaz. It was like, Manny this, Manny that, Manny defense, wow, and all that. I'm like, I don't think so. And then, Rick steps down, and then they go back and get Manny, thinking that was the fix. I'm telling you, man, I don't see how anybody could justify going to the third coordinator and saying, and just like you say, unless one of these guys get a head coaching job or not even just get another job.
That probably was premature. That Manny Diaz. Do you think he should have got one more year of Manny Diaz?
No, I think they should have hired Lane Kiffin right then. They should. When he went to Temple, they should have hired Lane Kiffin.
Why Lane Kiffin?
Because Lane Kiffin is a hell of a football coach. Lane Kiffin. Let me tell you, if they'd have hired Lane Kiffin, first of all, and this not no he say she say shit. Number one, Lane would have walked to Miami. He said, "Look, if y'all don't give me that job, I'll walk the fuck in Miami." That's number one. Number two, he was already still getting paid from his previous jobs, so it wasn't about the money. They would have saved a lot of money. They would actually hire Lane Kiffin and not have to pay him all that money. The damn sure when the buyout at FAU probably was $100,000 versus the buyout at goddamn Temple. What they paid like $4 million or some shit like that for Manny, and then they had to pay another $2 million for Bandy or some shit like that. And so they wouldn't have had to, they would have got Lane, and it would have been like, okay, they wouldn't have had no major investment in him. It'd have been more like, okay, show us what you can do, and we'll give you a contract. You feel me? And so you'd have been playing on house money by fucking with him, and I'm pretty sure.
So you feel?
How passionate it was of him wanting that job. I don't see Lane. I would see Lane at least 2 or 3 years. I mean, he would have did 10 games easy. He would have did 10 games in that year we played Middle Tennessee and all that shit.
Oh man, so you more comfortable with Lane Kiffin and Mario at the helm for your football team?
Well, let me tell you this here. If you go back and look, I tweeted what I'm saying. at the time before they hired Manny Diaz, I said Lane Kiffin. That was before Mario. Mario was having a ball in Oregon. At that time, it would have been no Mario because Lane would have came in when they should have hired him. Dumbass athletic director, I told him, and Lane came with his booster. So it wasn't gonna be no, okay, Lane gonna come in and he ain't gonna have no muscle. Lane had muscle behind him. I know this for a fact. He had big money. He had a couple billionaires following him to Miami. So it wouldn't have been no money problem. I know these guys for a fact. I know these guys.
Was these people from FAU gonna follow him?
I don't want to say because I don't want people to do no research, but I know for a fact 2 billionaires, because it became what was said to me is, if Lane come here, one of these billionaires, he ain't gonna put no money in the program. So then I relayed that message, and then before you know it, 2 billionaires like, fuck that. And then they were like, let me talk to the AD. And they got on the phone and talked to the AD. Say, no, we coming with that motherfucker. Whatever that dude who want to jump out, whatever he was giving y'all, we'll double that shit. So these were big money motherfuckers that really love and believe in him. And so they just fucked that deal up.
So that's okay.
So you'd have had the backing, you'd have had the money, you wouldn't have had no money problem. You got to understand. We talking about building facilities and shit right here. FAU facility is the only one that got built. And the billionaires built it for Lane.
Yeah.
They got new facilities down there.
I don't know how long they thought he was staying there, but they invested.
Yeah. He got house and shit there. So he like totally invested in that motherfucker there, man. I would have thought it would have been the perfect marriage, but unfortunately, shit happens, and then the second time around, he wanted the job. Then I said my wish list was Mario, then it was Lane, in that order, and then eventually they gave the job to Mario.
So I see you said something about friends earlier, man. Listen. Now, I know everybody give your boy hell, Dion. What you think Dion going to do this year? What you think he got up his sleeve this year?
Let me tell you something. I think Dion upgraded. Again, he's similar to Mario. He upgraded his staff. He got a new offensive coordinator, pro-style offensive coordinator to fit what his son is capable of doing. And then he has a new defensive coordinator also. So I'm looking at new defense coordinator, new offense coordinator, some guys out of the portal. We got Warren Sapp up in there coaching the D-line. Unfortunately, we got 2 great University of Miami players coaching their D-line over there. So, I think he's going to do good. I really think he's going to do good. I think he'll probably get out of there, in that conference. It ain't like he in no tough-ass conference.
Yeah, Texas.
We don't have to play USC and Oregon and Washington and all that shit now. I think I would not be surprised if he get 10 wins.
10 wins?
I would not be surprised if he get 10 wins.
10 wins?
And if he get 10 wins and Florida don't do what they do, they're gonna send them.
No, you ain't hiring them to Florida.
I told him he was going to Florida. He was like, no, don't say that. Don't say that.
So you didn't say it now. So wait a minute. So you saying Dion to Florida. So we'll be playing Dion 25.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you this here. The landscape of football in the state of Florida is going to drastically change real soon. If we know Florida ain't going to win. Billy out of there. He got too many lawsuits and shit going on. Yeah. So you can cancel Christmas with Billy. If Dion put on a good showing and get his team to a bowl, if he get that team to a bowl, right, from where he came from, he'll be the first. He'll be probably in the top 3 for the Florida job.
Top 3. I don't know nobody else out there right now.
It ain't nobody else. I mean, I know FAU coach. I'm pretty sure he wants the job. I mean, his agent lives in Gainesville and he's entrenched with them. So I wouldn't be surprised. But again, he's gonna have to win his conference also. He's gonna have to whip some people's ass in order to make a case for him to get the job.
Yeah, they killed South Florida last year. Yeah, they killed
South Florida. But then after that, they kind of, tailed off. But I think that team there, they're going to do good. That team is somewhat stacked over there this year. Okay. They did good in the portal, and they got some new money over there. And they're going to be all right. But between Mario and Billy, man, this shit can drastically change, man. If this shit go bad, which I like Mario. I know Mario a fucking long time since he was at FIU coaching down. I mean, I want to see him win. I really want to see him win. He put the hump this year. Yeah, he put blood, sweat, and tears in this shit, and I think he can do it. He just, you just got to manage this shit a lot better. If he managed the game a lot better, I think Cam Ward will be able to get him out of some situations. I think a lot of people are going to look at the previous games that Cam did not perform well and look at the games that he did perform well and see what did they do to him after them 4 games. And it's you're gonna pretty much see what the fuck everybody did to him in this Florida game. Because Florida, they desperate too. Billy know his shit.
How you think that game will go? How you think that game will go from your opinion, that Florida-Miami game?
I mean, it's going that game. We should be able to. The game will be tight at the beginning, but we should be able to pull away at the end. I think it's going to be tight.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think
in the beginning, and then when you get down to really, football, who won it the most? I think our guys is going to want it more because our guys has a lot more upside. These dudes is looking at their schedule saying, there's no way in the world we'll be able to do anything with the schedule. We lost so many players. We got so much turmoil within our organization. So that wears on a team when you get like down to the third quarter, when it's like you got to reach down in your gut and be like, okay, we're going to fight our way out this motherfucker here. I don't think they're going to have that kind of gas in their tank. I think we'll have more gas in our tank. And then you'll see. I'm looking to see Cam Ward, and the running back and some other guys emerge as superstars, as, okay, in this type of game, you can become a star. Yeah. You could become a star. Now, when you become a star, like TVD did against Texas A&M, now coaches got to build on that. You can't go backwards. So that's why I'm not a fan of Shannon Dawson because you got to build on that. We did so good in that first game. We did so good. Then now we going backwards. What the fuck did we do? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so it's got to be a lot of, it's got to be better than that. It's got to be 10 wins or better. Got to be 10 wins for everybody.
Yeah, we definitely need that.
Let me tell you this here, big homie. If we don't get 10 wins with Cam Ward will be returning for another year because ain't no NFL want his ass neither.
No. Hey, you ain't lying. He won't get drafted.
How you gonna get drafted with these type of weapons?
That'll be the worst. Listen, I'll sweat in my sleep at night. I'll delete my Twitter. I'll vanish. If Cam Ward happen like that, listen, man, I'll vanish.
He has to prove himself too. So that's why I sit here and I look at everybody put this Superman cape on him. And just the other day, bullshit you not, because I go to the spaces and be listening. Yeah. And then the other day, I said, let me go look at it. Because I'm a research junkie. When I'm getting in the football mode, I look at a lot of film because high school football getting ready to start. with me and my team at Edison, and I'm sitting there like, let me go over here and look. Let me look at some of this Cam Ward shit. So I went over there and looked at the schedule because I was aware of the Cal game. Then I looked at the schedule. I said, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah,
whoa. I started getting a little taken back.
It started good.
I said, shit. I'm thinking they were like 6-6 or 7-5 or some shit.
No,
I'm like, whoa. So the first thing, that's why when y'all always hear me talk, when y'all ask me about a quarterback, I always say, talk to me after the first 5 games because they get the book on you. When they get the book on you, what ends up happening is, all right, we got 4 games in the books. So now they're looking at what you're doing, what you don't like doing, where we can attack, where the weak spots, where's the tendencies, and all these different things, and how we're going to defense you, and how we're going to adjust against the coach, and all that shit like that. And they go to taking things away from you that you're accustomed to doing, So I'm looking at this motherfucker. I'm like, hold on. The motherfucker lost to Stanford?
Yeah,
Stanford can't beat nobody.
Yeah.
Cal? Ooh, you're supposed to go out there and just let your nuts hang at Cal.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at some of these teams, but then they beat Oregon State. And they beat
that was crazy.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. They beat the ranked teams they played. They beat they beat 2 ranked teams, and then the rest of them.
And they had a good game against Washington. But that's a rivalry. You throw the shit out. You throw the book. You throw whatever the record out.
Yeah, he did his thing against Oregon too, but they lost.
Yeah, so I'm like, but then again, I ain't got time to be going through all the books and records. I'm pretty sure I'm only assuming that somebody got fucked up on the O-line, and then I'm looking at the interceptions. Right, that's regular. That wasn't too bad. Then I was looking at the sacks. The sacks concern me the most. I know people talk about him fumbling. I never really even got that deep into looking at his stats to see about the fumbling, but I looked at the sacks. So that kind of told me, you got to be holding the ball. You got to get rid of that motherfucker. And then I looked at the games where he took so many sacks that they actually lost those games, and the ones he didn't take sacks, they won those games. And it looked like one of the games they trimmed down the not so many passes. They had more of a balanced attack. At one game he went like 28 for 24, some 24 for 28, some shit like that. So, I don't know. I don't know what really happened. I'm pretty sure it was a rhyme and a reason, but he has to prove himself, my point. It ain't like, if you don't look at that record, you would think based on the hype around him as if he's the next coming of Jesus, almost as if he came from Georgia or some shit like that and came over here. The hype around it's not a reflection of that record. And when you're the quarterback, you and the head coach, you got to own that shit. So he has a lot to prove too. And the only motherfucker they beat, after damn 8 games was Shador. So he can talk all the shit in the world he want to talk to Shador because he went up there and whooped his ass, put them on the fucking clock. So I understand that argument, but goddamn it, he gotta show his ass off too. It's a lot of motherfuckers got to prove themselves.
Yeah.
I hope that.
Okay, do me this. Do me this right here. Do me this right here. Yeah. Give me the 5 people on our team that need to prove themselves. Just 5 players.
5 players that need to prove themselves. I would say start off with Cam Ward. He got to prove himself. Pancake starter. He got to prove himself. Chris Johnson. He got to prove himself. Ray got to prove himself. 22. He got to prove himself. I like 22.
Who is 22?
The linebacker.
Oh, no, that's 30. What are you talking about? Basaint?
No, not Basaint. That's your guy.
Who is
the linebacker? 22. You got to look at him. I know.
Linebacker, man.
He's a linebacker.
Who is 22?
The man who came up there and hit. The man came up there in the spring and knocked the shit out of.
You talking about? He a freshman though.
I like him.
Yeah, he gonna play. Oh, he already. Yeah.
I like him.
I would switch him with Basaint. Basaint got to show me something. First team All ACC or nothing.
Listen. I like him. Some guys, see how they coming, because this shit ain't really rocket science. It's football. Football is coming. If you're on the defense side, you come in with bad intentions. If you're on the offense side, you're playing very aggressive and not passive aggressive. And either you got it or you don't. All this trying to build a football player shit, no. Only thing you're supposed to be doing is
back to the shirt, Luke.
Taming this motherfucker. Yeah. Come get your kids.
Come on, back to the shirt. You see Cristobal, right? That's what you do. When they're not good enough, they have to hit the Greyhound, and that's just the end of it. We don't need them. That what everybody keep talking about, all this development. Yeah, I get it. You want to develop, but you want to develop something that's worth your time.
But if you went and recruited these guys, then you brought them into your place. You spent a lot of money flying them down here, renting cars, putting them in the biggest hotel, having them eat lobsters and steaks and all that, and their mamas and all them. You feel like these are motherfucking dogs.
Yeah.
So now, if you to me, it's a loss if the coach got to be like, I recruited some soft ass kid. That's on you.
Yeah.
That's your talent evaluation.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like you did that. So don't be talking about, okay, all right, hey, this and that. No. You brought that motherfucker in. If it was Manny kids, all Manny kids gone, right?
No. Restrepo and George, Rivers, that's the three I know off the top of my head.
So you would say those guys actually came back. Them dudes that came back and those guys bought into the culture.
Yeah.
The other ones didn't buy into the culture. So they're gone. Your T-shirt recognized that. So, but at the end of the day now, again, I'm looking at, listen, man, I'm looking at them dudes bought into the culture. You brought in your guys. It shouldn't be nobody talking about come and get your kid. It's like, come and get your coach.
Oh, Lord. Last year I seen Wayne wrote this game. I wasn't impressed. We had the linebacker. I think he went to Michigan State. He was decent to me. I liked them Williams. I liked them. I think he pulled the trigger too early. But that Jaden Wayne, that's that IMG stuff. I think that was a star chase get, because when I seen him do Rutgers game, it ain't no reason at all he should have ever been on our team. I'm just being dead serious. And his daddy get on Twitter and say, "Oh, my son need more playing time. My son," that's two parents. Because we had the other dude, Moss. His daddy used to always say his son need to get in the game, like Bain or whatever. And then Wayne, you got to understand, Bain is different. I don't know what these parents be thinking. Like, okay, Bain, he a freshman, he in the game. My son, it don't work like that. It don't. At all.
Let me tell you this here, right? I'm not a private school, souped up private school, IMG, all them fans. I'm a fan of public school, and I'm always gonna say that. The ones who got this fucking raggedy ass weight room, who got with no air conditioning in it, who go out there in the fucking mud and get it in the mud out there, who ain't got all that sexy shit, who ain't surrounded around all these souped up athletes where you really don't get faced with any adversity. If your team, I don't want the guy on the team who beating everybody 64-0. I don't want that. I don't want no players from that team.
Yeah.
If you look at it, if you go back and when people look at this broadcast, go back, because I did it, and look at the fucking roster that we had when we lost to FIU.
Yeah.
This all them Boscos and the Christian this one and the Christian that one and the IMG that and IMG this. I'm looking at this shit, and mind you, FIU ain't had not one 4-star on the team. So I'm looking at this
like
shit.
Middle Tennessee.
Bruh. It's still, listen, it's still, now you got guys coming out of St. Thomas. St. Thomas going to play some dogs, and they're going to get tangled up. They're going to, in my opinion, I can't say that because they'll sanction me, but it's going to be some funny refereeing. I'll just say that. Heritage play motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Heritage is going to play people. Everybody else, now y'all can put 2 and 2 together. Everybody else just beat the dog shit out of people, 100 to nothing and 80 to nothing and all that. And then now, when you look at those players and how those players pan out on the next level, and you say, well, shit, all these state championships and all these this souped up team that everybody in the state of Florida paying for, it's not registering to me. It's not registering that they like all that. It don't register. And so again, man, so the Baines and people like that and the Ray Rays and the Bobbies and all them motherfuckers they get it from the mud. They get it from the mud.
Yeah.
Ain't that sexy about what them motherfuckers real football players. And most of your top football players around the nation, they didn't come from them souped up places, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because you really can't find out if that guy really that talented. Because when you looked at Dalvin Cook, you see Dalvin Cook took over a motherfucking game. Yeah, when you looked at Baines took over a game. It wasn't no bunch of 4-5-star niggas on the line with him. Yeah. Baines took over a game. When you saw Willie Williams, he took over a game. When you saw the gangster at, I forget the dude at Ely, that motherfucker took over a game.
Tyrone Moss or Patrick Peterson.
Patrick Peterson at Ely took over a fucking game. He wasn't surrounded by no motherfucker. He just really fucking wrecked a whole team. And on a team like that, that's what you look for. That's what I like to look for in players. You got a whole bunch of 5-stars and you playing slap dicks and all that and running around acting like you beating your chest like y'all the best thing. You never faced any adversity. Yeah. You never even faced it in practice. You walked up to the stadium and the game was over at the half. Y'all was up 38-0. Y'all sitting there chilling, and now you finna bring this motherfucker to the University of Miami, and now everybody running fast and shit. He gonna turn into a bitch already. I'm sorry. He's gonna turn into a bitch, big homie. Y'all gonna be like, oh, what did we get? Look at the T-shirt. Come get your kid.
Get your kid. Because I didn't see some shit out there. I'm like, boy. I don't know how he got this scholarship, but Mario did. He did hit last year with Bang, Francis, Mark Fletcher. Ray showed some flashes on kickoff, Brown. So he did hit last year. Now we ain't.
Where did those guys come from? They came from regular schools.
Oh yeah. No, not Fletcher and Brown though. They came from American Heritage, but just like you said,
I just mentioned Heritage.
Yeah,
Heritage is not as souped up as Heritage play motherfuckers. The district Heritage is in. They play teams. Heritage ain't just beat everybody.
They got a crazy schedule this year. They got a real hard.
Yeah, schedule. Heritage had to play. Heritage ain't got no back-to-back state championship. I don't know when the last time the motherfuckers went there because they had to play a black and blue schedule that put their kids to the test.
No, they went to that. They played Central and lost.
Again, right. Yeah. I'm telling you, you give me a motherfucker like that. Give me some players that come from there.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. But we about to end the show in a little bit. We almost time to wrap it up. I just want to ask you this question. Now, you just told me all that. You just told me all that today.
Yes, sir.
You was passionate. But the people need to also know, how long have you been a Hurricane fan? They need to know about Luke. How long you been repping the U?
Oh, shit. Let me pull out my cup. My cup got motherfucking scars. I had to pull my cup out. Big homie don't have no cup, ladies and gentlemen. I probably got this beer from Howard Snellenberger. No, they weren't making these motherfuckers. I had to drink some cane water. I was a Hurricane fan day one. My brother used to take me to the Orange Bowl when it was me and 2,000 other people in the stadium with my little Noir Optimist football jersey on because you get in the stadium for free with your jersey, which everybody got in free because they would have tickets on it. You go to Burger King and they'll put the fucking tickets on on the windshield, go to the Hurricane game. So I've been a fan probably since the age of 9 or 8. I mean, that long, you know what I'm saying? I went through the bad times. When George Myra was the coach, then it was Lou Saban. I was out there with Lou Saban, sitting in the fucking Orange Bowl, watching him I was out there, Chuck Foreman, E.J. Baker, Kerry Baker. I go way the fuck back, as a kid going, because I'm an old head. I go way back with the team, and then, fast forward, I remember I used to be here just like today. When it's time to get a coach, I used to be sitting there like, no, we need to get this coach, need to get that coach. When we got Lou Saban, he was with the Buffalo Bills. We thought, I was like, oh shit, we got a fucking NFL coach. We're going to be all right. He did okay, but then we got Howard, and Howard, I was there with Howard. I used to sneak at Green Tree the same way right now. I would go out there and watch them practice at Green Tree, and I was there when they played FAMU and they lost that game because my brothers was going to FAM at the time, and it was like, Miami is going to Tallahassee, and they played at Doak Campbell Stadium, and I was right in there, and I'm like torn between two motherfuckers, but I went home crying because I'm so much of a Hurricane fan, even though I got two brothers that was going to FAM at the time. I actually had 3 brothers go to FAM. So it was like, shit. But then I did remember going back to watch the practice after that. Again, like today, I laugh at people when they say, oh, we're going to Miami practice. And I was going way. I started going to the practice when Snellenberger was there. And then at the end of the day, I remember going back to practice after that game. And Snellenberger said, you motherfuckers scared of black people. Y'all scared of fucking brothers. So then he started bringing down, he started inviting Swamp City and Liberty City Rattlers, all these damn semi-pro teams down there to scrimmage them. And now those semi-pro teams was like that movie where the people came off the bus and they were all goddamn criminals and killers and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, y'all scared of motherfuckers? Basically, y'all scared of niggas? Okay, I'm gonna bring the baddest and the worst. Y'all ain't ever gonna be scared of no black people, because that's what he felt like. His team didn't perform and they were scared of black people. But mind you, at that time, FAM had the elite of the elite talent in the state of Florida, because Florida wasn't recruiting them. Florida State wasn't recruiting black guys. Just imagine all the top black players, they could only go one place, FAM or Cookman, and a couple of them. So FAM was souped up. It wasn't really about that. And then that kind of gave him the idea of saying, I need to recruit more South Florida, because when you really look at the roster, it was guys from South Florida, it was guys from Orlando, and that's gave him the whole idea of recruiting the state of Miami. Look, just let me get these motherfuckers right here, and we should be able to win. And then me and Dennis Erickson, when Coach E got there, when Jimmy Johnson got there, I was cool. I mean, Ed Origin was on the team. That's why me and him became good friends. Fucking racist ass Tommy Tuberville. I didn't know he was like he is now. He was on the staff. Eddie Grant was on the staff. When you look at that staff that they had at that time, it was all fucking head coaches. It was like a all-star. People don't take that in consideration. And that was, you had Stellenberger when it got the offensive coordinator from the Dolphins, and became all this shit that people be going through right now. I've lived through all of these coaching changes, get rid of this motherfucker, whether it was Randy Shannon. Oh, why you got this fucking Knicks out here? He don't know what doing. Then you got this cutthroat. You hired him, and so it's nothing really changed when it comes to Miami football. It's just you got to fucking win. So I went through all those days, and I went through a whole bunch of motherfuckers. I mean, I was instrumental in getting Rick down here. I had to talk to him. He was done. He wanted to retire. And I remember getting on the phone, calling him up, Coach, man, goddamn, Coach, just do it for the alma mater. Just give us 2 years, coach. Build this shit back up. And then told the AD, and the AD, that's the only time that motherfucker listened. He didn't say, nah, you believe that's real? Yeah. And he ended up hiring Rick, which Rick did good. Rick did set us up in the right place, but I think what happened that Manny Diaz hire set us back. He could have then hired a higher profile because Rick had to set the shit up. So I've been at this shit for a long time. I'm just to sit here and think that was a good question to sit there and think. I mean, me and Coach Erickson, that was my guy. To this day right now, that's my fucking, I think he got a bad rap from the fans and the media, because shit, he won more championships than Jimmy. He don't get as much credit as he should get, Coach E. And then everybody else kind of after that was not as good as they should have been.
Hey, man, but Luke, man, I appreciate you on the show, man. I'm going to have to wrap it up. We got to wrap it up. I appreciate you dearly, my brother, for showing love and support to me. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, I appreciate you inviting me on to the show, anytime, man. I love to come on here and chop it up with you, talk some good old Hurricane football. I noticed that you did not pull out a cup because
this
your cup
man in the cup, man. This
must not have this on it.
I'm going to have a cup next
Your
time.
ass, you need some motherfucking water right now because the first show you was just doing like this. And I think I told one of your producers, I was like, look, man, y'all got to get this motherfucker a cup. And so I made sure when I came on the show that I broke out my cup. Hi, Miss Desiree. I know you're looking at the cup, Big Cap. Get the man a cup. Get the man a cup. You got to have this here, homie. You got to have the new,
We
homie.
holler at y'all, Category 6 Sports. We out.